Hi everyone, good afternoon to all. We are waiting for the draw of the FH Odisha Men's World Cup 2023. So it's going to be a great occasion. Waiting for the pool sleeper. We have on your screen Pool A, Pool B, Pool C and Pool D. The 4 teams from the pot 1 has been taken, and Pool A, according to world ranking, Australia comes into Pool A, Belgium comes into Pool B, number 2, Netherlands 3, and India as host has been placed in Pool D. So the 4 teams has been divided, and next slot for Pool A will be Australia, and after that team from pot 2 maybe Germany, England, Argentina and New Zealand are there. So அதுலேருந்து எதை பிக் பண்ணுறாங்களோ அந்த டீம் வந்து will come in Pool A. So next team from pot 2. So next team from pot 3, Spain, Malaysia, France, Korea, whichever is picked up will come into that place, and team from pot 4, South Africa, Wales, Japan and Chile, that will come in. So each team will be, so அதில் வந்து 4 teams வந்து 3 teams ஒரு group இதான ஒன்று. So next comes from Pool B, Belgium, team from pot 2, either it can be Germany. So Germany அங்கே போயிடுச்சுன்னா either England, Argentina or New Zealand. If Argentina goes there, it will be New Zealand, England and Germany. So like that it will be. So அதுக்கு தான் we are waiting. So another team from pot 3, so maybe on the 4 of Malaysia, Spain, France and Korea may come into that, and team from pot 4, South Africa, Wales, and so whichever teams we are going to face, which team is going to face whom, we will be bringing it to you. So waiting for the draw ceremony. Draw ceremony to begin. We are waiting for the live. It is been live on Watch Hockey app and Sports Odisha YouTube channel idhula pandranga. So you can watch there, and you can also stay with us and support us. So a request from our side, those who are not subscribed, sorry, யார் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணாமல் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா தயவுசெய்து சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். ஸோ இந்த டார்கெட் 3000 சப்ஸ்கிரைபர்ஸ் வச்சுருக்கோம். ஹோப் இட் கம்ஸ் true today. We are hoping to get 3000 subscribers today. So lots of happening. So today is the draw day for the hi Rakesh, welcome. How are you? Excited to see who India will be meeting and other teams யார் who will be meeting there அப்படிங்கிறது we are just in moments. So you can put in your opinions who all we can face. Possibility per pool deal India has been placed. So team from pot 2 can be Germany, can be England, can be Argentina, can be New Zealand. So on the pot 2 we will get one team. So another team from pot 3, either it can be Spain, Malaysia, France or Korea, and another team from pot 4, South Africa, Wales, Japan and Chile. So these will be the combinations of the group. So in my sense, 2 pools will be held in Bhubaneswar, 2 pools will be held in Rourkela in my sense. So because as the World Cup was Women's World Cup previous just months ago, Women's World Cup were held in Spain and Netherlands. So there all 2 groups were in Netherlands, 2 groups were in Spain, and the final came to the Teresa. So likewise we are hoping. So from the semi-final onwards it will be in one venue. So we will be getting those news in a few moments, and the crossovers, how it is going to happen. Crossovers are direct quarterfinals, because Women's World Cup crossovers in the previous World Cup when Bhubaneswar it was quarterfinals. Now it is now it will be. Yes, Rakesh, can be, but let's see how the picking goes from the pot. So Germany, so what you say is a relatively good group, or your opinion? India can be pitted with Germany, Malaysia, South Africa. Let's see if your predictions come true. Let's see. We have to wait. You go there. We have to wait for that, and from let's see what happens, and the crossovers, how it is going to be happen, and we will be being there. So the dignitaries who will be there in the dignitaries will be there. Mr. Saif Ahmed, the acting FIH president, YS Qureshi, member COA, Mr. Zafar Iqbal, member COA, will be present in the in the August presence of Sri Naveen Patnaik, Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha. There we go. We have entered into, so in the venue, the Lok Seva Bhavan in Bhubaneswar is the venue for the draw. So the venue we have come into the venue, and see. So those are the dignitaries in the August presence of Mr. Naveen Patnaik, Chief Minister of Odisha, and Mr. Saif Ahmed, the acting president of FAH, Mr. Zafar Iqbal, member Committee of Administrators Hockey India, and Mr. YS Qureshi, Committee of Administrators Hockey India. So that is the story here, and we are all gearing up for the draw ceremony to take place. As we all know, this Women's World Cup, Men's World Cup is going to happen in two venues, Bhubaneswar and Odisha, and Rourkela, both in Odisha. So the Women's World Cup was held in Spain and Netherlands. So now we will see in the group, which all groups will be played in Rourkela, which groups will be played in Bhubaneswar, and what all groups will be played in Odisha. So who all will be the dignitaries to pick the lot from the pot. So that is also, it will be interesting who all will be there for us to watch, and who will be there, and the ceremony has begun. So all are coming inside the venue, the Lok Seva Bhavan in Odisha, Bhubaneswar. So the World Cup is placed in the stage, and we can see the Committee of Administrators, Mr. YS Qureshi, Mr. Zafar Iqbal, acting President of the FH, Saif Ahmed, and the CEO of FH, Thierry Well, all in the stage, and we are all waiting for the arrival of the chief guests, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, Chief Minister of Odisha. So all set, waiting for the Chief Minister of Odisha, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, to arrive at the venue. So all set, guys. We are all waiting for this draw. So previously we had the women's draw, which was held in Spain, and first in hockey history the draw ceremony was held. So previously the groups will be announced by the FAH, and so from the Women's World Cup the draw ceremony is happening as we see in football. So it is a good one. So it is an open thing, who will go and who will meet. So how the draw is made, and in what situation, what circumstances, and what is the schedule, how they pick the group. So that is the depends on the world ranking, the host nation, everything comes into place. So accordingly, now we have Raja, yes, Raja, India. So the Chief Minister of Odisha has arrived, Mr. Naveen Patnaik has arrived at the venue. There we can see the dignitaries in the stage. So Raja, India, Germany, France and Chile. In moments away, so people will be having their views on this. So let's see whose prediction. Come in guys, your prediction pannunga. Do your predictions. Let's see whose prediction will be correct. So that's it. So the ceremony is about to begin. So we have
It is the day that we have all been waiting for a while now. Yes, it is
Siddharth Pandey addressing the gathering. The introduction given by Mr. Siddharth Pandey, the well-known commentator and a hockey coach. Analyst and a good analyst.
we have with us the Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Odisha, Shri Naveen Patnaik.
So Mr. Naveen Patnaik there,
Shri Tushar Kanti Behera, Honorable Minister, Sports and Youth Services,
the
Odisha.
Sports Minister of Odisha.
Mr. Saif Ahmed, Acting President, FIH.
Mr. Saif Ahmed, acting president of the FAH.
Dr. S.Y. Qureshi, Member, COA, Hockey India.
YS Qureshi, Dr. YS
Zafar
Qureshi,
Iqbal, Member, COA,
member
Hockey
COA
India.
Mr. Zafar Iqbal.
One legend followed by another. Shri Dilip Tirki, Chairman,
Dilip
Hockey
Tirki,
Promotion Council of Odisha.
the Olympian Dilip
Shri
Tirki,
Chandra Mahapatra, IAS, Chief Secretary and Chief Development Commissioner, Odisha.
Chief Secretary of Odisha.
Shri V.K. Pandian, IAS Secretary.
So the dignitaries being introduced to the gathering. So let me hear the thing in my headset. So Siddharth Pandey welcoming the gathering. So the welcome address to be given by Suresh Chandra Batra. So traveler routing for Japan and India. Okay, let's see. Raja 1990 Lahore, France to India. Oh, that's 1990 was the past. Now we have to look into the present. What happens? So the welcome address by so what we are looking is a relatively so you're waiting. So Rajan, 1990 World Cup, France to India. So that happened. So recently also we had a tough match in the FIH Pro League. We lost 5-3 to the French team. Amarpal, India, Argentina and Spain. Amarpal Singh is rooting for India, Argentina and Spain. So let us so the welcome address being given by the Chief Secretary of so India, Argentina is Spain. And so let's see what happens. So the welcome address is going on, and so the welcome address is over. So the Chief Secretary has told that the 2018 World Cup was a grand one. So Mr. Zafar Iqbal is invited to have a few words to the gathering. So Mr. Zafar Iqbal addressing the gathering. So Dilip Tirki is there. He'll be one of the dignitaries to pick the teams from one pot. So let's see who all comes in, former Olympians and dignitaries, to come forward and pick the teams from the pots. So yeah, Dilip Tirki is being praised by Mr. Zafar Iqbal, MP in Odisha. So Mr. Naveen Patnaik, so it will take a little short time for the draw to commence after the dignitaries have their address to the gathering, and after that we can come into the main thing. So 3 minutes time to Mr. Zafar Iqbal. So Odisha is having the World Cup back to back, 2018 and 2022. So they are having the back to back World Cups. That's a great achievement for the state of Odisha, and with the guidance of Mr. Naveen Patnaik, we hope that this World Cup will become a very memorable and a grand and wonderful World Cup.
India performing.
So India has held the World Cup previously. Odisha, New Delhi, Bombay. So lots happening now. Most of the international matches is held in Odisha, particularly Bhubaneswar. So the stadium, the facilities, the hospitality, and the support given by the Odisha government under the leadership of Mr. Naveen Patnaik brings all the international matches to Odisha, Bhubaneswar and Rourkela. Now the World Cup. So lots feel that it can come into other parts of the country. So let's see after this, let this World Cup become a success and a memorable one, and especially for India to come on top in this World Cup. We are all waiting for that and praying for that. So after this, let me see whether the World Cup will be held in World Cup or other international matches also can be held in other parts of the country which also have good facilities with them. So now our focus is on Bhubaneswar and Odisha for the 2023 World Cup, which is to be held in January 2023. So great, and waiting for that World Cup to happen. And So lots of confusion. COA was appointed, FAH delegation came, and I hope everything is sorted out. And now the draw ceremony has begun, and hope everything goes very well. And so we hope that everything goes off well according to plan, and the Indian team also comes up with a superlative performance. And Mr. Saif Ahmed, Mr. Y.S. Qureshi, member COA, India. So what we hope is that India gets a good. I always what we wish India get a good group, top the group, get direct qualification into the quarterfinals. So last year also we qualified directly, but hardly we lost to Belgium.
Netherlands.
Lost to Netherlands in the quarterfinals. So hope India will do a better performance this time and come all out. Hosting the World Cup, so we have to put up a good performance. Target should be on the podium, and the main target should be winning the World Cup. So in the Commonwealth Games, lots did well, fumbled in the finals, losing badly to Australia. But after that, they would have analyzed their flaws, what happened in the finals, what went wrong, and how to overcome those bad situations. All would have been discussed in the camps, and they will work hard to put a better performance. So before the World Cup, we have a set of matches in Bhubaneswar in the FAH Pro League also. In the month of October it is happening. So that is also a good pre-preparation for the World Cup also. So that is what we expect. So rectify your mistakes and come out. So draw day today. So first we focus who will get which in the pool in the team A, which pool gets. So that is the 4 groups have been divided. Pool A Australia, Pool B Belgium, Pool C Netherlands, and Pool D is India. So in each team, from the pot, which team goes into which pool, that is the important thing. It is going to happen. So now the acting president of the FAH, Mr. Saif Ahmed, is to address the gathering. So the acting president of the FAH, after the resignation of the president of FAH, so still we are eagerly waiting. So all dignitaries address the gathering, and after that the draw will happen. So let's see. Come on, guys who are watching this, come into the comment box and give your views and how can the groups will happen, and who will be meeting whom, and who will be relatively better and easier group for the Indian team. So we are all waiting for that. So until that starts, so who are all watching here can come in and give your opinions on who can be India's opponent in the groups, the pool stage. So Amarpal has said India, Argentina, Spain, okay, and Japan and India. Then Traveler, you is rooting for Japan, India. Welcome. So Raja has told India, Germany, France, and Chile can make that pool D. Rakesh Russell has told India can be pitted with Germany, Malaysia, and South Africa. So all your views. So more people are there. Come in. More people come in and Mongolo reviews. give your views on who will be facing the Indian team. So it will be a great World Cup to be held in Odisha, and so another Mr. Saif Ahmed is on the stage addressing the gatherings, and he has finished it, and now maybe now Mr. Thierry Well of FAH, Tushar Kandibera, the Sports Minister of Odisha, about to address the gathering. So 3 pots are placed besides the World Cup on the stage. So pot 1, from pot 1, Pool A, Pool B, Pool C and Pool D teams, the seeded teams have been seeded. Pool A, Australia; Pool B, Belgium; Pool C, the Netherlands; and Pool D, India. So this is that is the seeded teams, and after that the picking from the pots will happen. That is what we are all waiting for, and after the dignitaries finish their address to the gatherings, we will go into the draw ceremony has begun, into the main agenda of this program. So Hockey Men's World Cup 2023, Bhubaneswar and Odisha, India. So we are all waiting for the draw. Draw ceremony has begun with the dignitaries addressing the gathering, and now it will be the Sports Minister of Odisha is addressing the gathering. After, so another 4 or 5 people will be talking to the gathering, and after that we will be having the draw of the lots. So the excitement is all over. So after the suspension of Hockey India by the court and appointment of COA, and after that lots of happenings, FH delegation visited India and sorted out everything, and now the draw ceremony is on, and we are well. So the formal addressing of the gathering to the by the dignitaries are going on, and now we are so the name of the new stadium to be built is on construction is Birsa Munda Stadium in Rourkela. A new stadium has been built for this World Cup, and hope that will also be a marvelous facility for the hockey community. Thierry Weil of CEO of FAH, he is starting the proceedings. Here we go. We are into the start of the proceedings. Mr. Thierry Weil, CEO of the FAH. So Mr. Thierry Weil, he is welcoming all the hockey community for this draw. So the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar and the Birsa Munda Stadium in Rourkela will be hosting the World Cup. So total number of teams, 16 teams, as you know. So the teams are so India has a host qualifies. South Africa qualifies through the Continental Championship. So from the Asia Cup, Japan, Malaysia and Korea qualified from the Asia Cup. So Netherlands, England, Germany and Spain qualified from Europe. So from the European World Cup qualifiers, France has qualified. Pan Am tournament, Chile has qualified. So Oceania competition could not be held due to the COVID, and Australia and New Zealand have been with their rankings, higher rankings, they qualify automatically. So those are the 16 teams. So 16 teams, so the teams are there. So each group consists 4 teams, as we told earlier. The Team India's pool will be announced officially by the Chief Minister, Mr. Naveen Patnaik. Yeah, Pool D, India. India is in Pool D. So as we told, as we are in the screen, India is in Pool D as the host. So the Chief Minister wishing the tournament a tremendous success and all work together and make it a grand success. India is in Pool D. Netherlands in Pool C, as we told. Pool number 2. Belgium in Pool B, yes, and Australia will be Pool A. Australia in Pool A. So now after June's Asian qualifiers, the teams has been distributed by their rankings, not present day rankings. So in South Africa ranking 15th, 16th Wales, 17th rank is Japan, and 23rd ranked team is Chile, is in pot 4. So Pool D, Pool C, Pool B and Pool B from pot. So from team pot 2, from Pool D, Pool C, Pool B, Pool A, they are going. So the pot 1. Pot 1, Mr. Wais Qureshi. Fourth team in D4, Pool D. Wales. Wales is joining India in Pool D by number 4 as the number 4 team. Now it will go to the Pool C. So Wales has been pitted against in the Wales has my gallery. It is not live on any channel. It is on position 4 in Pool C. It's Chile. Chile joins Netherlands in Pool C as a number 4 team. So it is live only on Watch Hockey app. It is not live on any channel. So Pool C, Netherlands, Chile. Pool D, India, Wales has been picked. India at seeded number 1, Wales seeded number 4. Chief Secretary of Odisha is going to pick from pot 1 for Pool B, 4th team. So 2 teams left there. Japan and South Africa there. Japan goes with Belgium in Pool B number 4. So 4th team for Pool A. So Belgium, Japan is there. A4, South Africa. South Africa goes with Australia in Pool A. So that's the first round. So the repeat of Commonwealth Games in Australia versus South Africa, India versus Wales also there in the Commonwealth Games. So there's going to be a repeat match in the World Cup also. So the first round, pot 4 is over. Remaining is pot 3 and pot 2. So Pool D number 3. Pool D number 3, Pool C number 3, Pool B number 3, Pool A number 3. Who will come from pot number 3? That is how. So France ranked number 11, 10 is Malaysia, Korea, Spain, Malaysia. Pool D, the first team picked from pot 3 will join India in Pool D. The next team will be Pool C joining. So like that, as it happened before, from the pot 1. So the Honorable Minister for Sports, Odisha, Tushar Kanti Behera, to pick the team from pot 3, which will be placed in Pool D number 3, in joining India and Wales. In Pool D, it is going to be, so now Spain, Malaysia, France, Korea is there. Spain joins India in Pool D. Spain in Pool D as number 3. So now it is for Pool C. So C3, Malaysia goes with Chile and Malaysia. Chile, Malaysia, Netherlands. So 2 teams left there in pot 3, France and Korea. Let's see where they go. So Netherlands, Malaysia, Chile makes Pool C. India, Spain, Wales in Pool D. So one more to go for after this round. So France and Korea are left there. So Mr. Saif Ahmed from pot 2. The remaining 2 teams from pool B. B3 third. Joining Belgium and Japan. Korea goes with Belgium and Japan in pool 3. Korea as the number 3 team in the pool B. So two Asians are there. Korea and Japan in pool B. Pool B. So that is France, which will make this round complete in pool A. So the France completes the second round of the draw. So France is a tough team now. So France is in pool A with Australia and South Africa. Now we have the final round from pot 2. Pot 2 we have row 2, Germany, England, Argentina and New Zealand. This is where the most important part of the draw. So all the higher ranked teams than the previous teams are there. Let's see. Pool D, second team. Pool B, Germany is there, England, Argentina and New Zealand. Who will we prefer? This is the main thing. So we already have 2 European teams. So 2 European teams are there, Spain and Wales with India. So Dilip Turkey. So pot 3, Mr. Dilip Turkey, Olympian. So the last team in pool D, number 2 team, who it is going to be? It's Germany, England, Argentina or New Zealand. England completes the India. So pool D complete, India, England, Spain and Wales. This is the complete India, England, Spain and Wales, 1 Asian, 3 European countries. That is the story for India in this World Cup. So come in guys with your comments. India, England, Spain and Wales. This is the group for the Indian hockey team in the upcoming 2023 World Cup. So the next team for pool C, joining Netherlands, Malaysia and Chile will be New Zealand goes with Netherlands, Malaysia and Chile as the number 2 team. So 2 more teams left. So pool C is complete, 2 more teams are there, Germany and Argentina. So who is going to join pool B? Mr. Zafar Iqbal, members will be coming in for pot 3, 2 more teams. Argentina and Germany are remaining. Who will join Belgium in pool B? Belgium, Korea and Japan. Germany, Belgium.
Belgium, Germany, Korea, Japan.
2 Asian teams and 2 European teams.
Argentina.
So Australia has Oceania team, France and European team and South Africa. Now Argentina is left, which will join Australia in pool A. It is Argentina. It's over. Argentina. That completes the draw. Argentina joins Australia. Argentina, Australia, France, South Africa. Pool B, Belgium, Germany, Korea and Japan. Pool C, Netherlands, New Zealand, Malaysia and Chile. Pool D, India, England, Spain and Wales. So that completes the draw. So we wait for the crossovers, how it has to be. It will be announced. So the draw is complete. India is placed in Pool D with England, Spain and Wales through 3 European teams. So recent past we have done well against England, Spain and Wales. So recently, so the Indian England team played in the Commonwealth Games and India and Wales played in the Commonwealth Games. So that is going to happen again. So that is the completion of the draw for the FAH Odisha Hockey Men's World Cup 2022-2023, Rourkela and Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar and World Cup. Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar and Birsa Munda Stadium in Rourkela. So that is the end of the draw. So India is placed with Pool D in joining India, England, Spain and Wales. That is the grouping for India in this World Cup. So Raja, 2014, India won, Japan won, my gallery, Pool D, India, England, Spain and Wales. That completes the draw. The draw is complete and that is the end. So your opinions over there on the draw. So is it easy? 3 European teams. In the sense, which group is the toughest one? We have to see with which of the group. So Australia, Argentina, France and South Africa. So Australia is placed a little better. So in Pool B, Belgium, Netherlands, So Australia is having relatively a better grouping compared to others. So that is the end of this live watch along of the draw ceremony of the FAH Odisha Men's World Cup 2023 Bhubaneswar and Rourkela. So exciting to wait for the start of the World Cup. So all the groups has been finalized. Sir, I predicted Pool A and Pool D teams to be placed. It came like the same. Well done. Well done, Rakesh. India can be pitted Germany, Malaysia and South Africa. So that is the end of, so well done. So India is pitted against, so Indian point of view, India versus England, Spain and Wales. So that is the groupings for the Indian team in this World Cup. Pool A, Australia, Argentina, France and South Africa. Pool B, Belgium, Germany, Korea and Japan. 2 Asians, 2 Europeans in that. Pool C, Netherlands, New Zealand, Malaysia and Chile. So this is also relatively better group for the Dutch, India, England, Spain, Wales in Pool D. Have to top the group, got to work hard. So all groups are relative, but Pool A and Pool C are relatively easier than Pool B and Pool D. So we can't underestimate the Koreans and Japanese. So two top European teams in Pool B, Belgium and Asian champions Korea there, and another Asian game champion Japan are there. So good. So India, Commonwealth Games silver medalist, England Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, Spain European powerhouse and Wales improving side. So let's see what happens. This is the groupings for the World Cup. This is the, and yeah, 3 European teams, Rakesh, that is the story. The draw has been over and we have to face it and prepare accordingly. So we have to prepare accordingly for the World Cup. So we have to study the opponent, how they play. So we will be having the FH Pro League prior to the World Cup during October, November and all. So during that time we will be playing against Spain also. Spain and New Zealand will be playing. So other teams also playing in other parts of the world. We have to analyze. But doubt is whether all the teams will be playing their first team in the Pro League. So previously when we saw last season, all the teams didn't have play with their first team. They were sending their second team and an experimental team and also this year. Let's see what happens. So Pro League is the pre-preparation for the World Cup. So that will be a testimony for the World Cup. So nothing can be said, everything has to be delivered in the pitch. Everything can be said, we can talk, but everything, the team has to be prepared to do what is being planned and what is being told and what has to be done on the pitch. So good luck for India and good luck for all other 16 participating teams in the FH World Cup. So we will meet you during that. We will be doing a watch along, and before that we have the FH Pro League, and before that we will be live streaming the MCC Murugappa tournament. Lots of hockey is coming in our channel. So those who not subscribed, yarum subscribe pannalena, please subscribe to our channel. Give a lots and lots of like for this channel. We are a purely hockey channel. We are doing a lot, and you can give us your suggestions on our improvisation, how to do and what to do. So thank you all. Give us a lots of likes. Need more subscribers. Our target is 3,000 subscribers today. Hope you all support us and improve our subscription and give a lots and lots of like to our videos. Thank you all. See you in the next video. Until then, it is bye from Bala Ramaswamy from Hockey Fever TV. Bye.